hacker figured out a way to take all this data and track, people's yachts, people's planes. Obviously, one of those people was Elon. Elon had a security issue. This is all public information. So the larger issue at stake here is the fact that the law allows for people to do this persistent tracking of planes, which then becomes persistent tracking of a person. And what really is at stake here is how we define the term doxing. For people who don't know the term doxing, it means giving a person's location. That could be your home. That could also be you're at a location for some period of time. You're at a hotel, for a basketball game. And it's pretty clear. You can take a picture of a celebrity and say, there's a celebrity here. Oh, Lady Gaga's at the farmer's market. What I object to here, we all understand doxing is dangerous and it, in fact, is against the law to just give people's addresses and stuff like that. The issue here is a new type of doxing, which I'll call, persistent, coordinated doxing, where dozens of times a month you're giving a person's location. It may not be against the First Amendment, Sachs, I think you would agree, but we have to ask ourselves, do we want to live in a world where whether a person's on an electric bicycle or an airplane or any device in between, somebody should be releasing dozens of times a month a specific dedicated feed of their location? It is terrorizing as a parent when this happens. I've had doxing. People on the call here have had various security concerns. We don't want to live in a world with de facto doxing. What these sites were doing was de facto doxing.
I think it was a bad decision. And I think that it represented, on the least generous statement would be that it represents deep hypocrisy, in that not just a few weeks ago did he say he would never delete that account, but he also said he was buying Twitter to enable freedom of speech and freedom of expression, and that he wouldn't come in and do the same sort of content moderation that was done by the old regime. And then he came in and did exactly what the old regime did, which is that he took the rules and he took the, quote, moderation policies, and he found a way to use them to make some editorialized decisions that he thought was appropriate. Now, the more generous thing is what you guys are saying, which I don't think is necessarily wrong, which is that he's trying to protect people where there's some loophole or some law that doesn't seem right morally, but it is the law, and it is what it is. In those cases, I think you run into the exact same issue that the old guard at Twitter had, that the moderators and the executives at YouTube have dealt with, and that the executives at Google have dealt with, and that we sit here